right? I've been gone. Like, you guys have been asking me to make videos, right? And I've just been lazy. I was gonna say busy. Lazy's more accurate. But I decided to make a video because I just watched Furious 7 on Saturday. I went up to visit my girlfriend, and we went and saw Furious 7 because it was going to be epic. And because we've been on a mission to watch all the Fast and Furious movies, because she's seen them all, I have not. So since January, I'd say late January to now, I've seen all the Furious movies. And they've been fresh in my memory. Um, Furious 7 is kind of important, and it's kind of the best one because it is Paul Walker's last film. He unfortunately passed away during the filming of it. It's very tragic. It's very incredibly sad. It took a toll on the entire crew. And this movie is basically like a love letter / tribute to Paul Walker, and it's beautiful, actually. Now, before we get started, Furious 7 has like a cult following. I will say the first 3 movies are incredibly forgettable. I would say forgettable, yeah. They're entirely forgettable. The 4th one is when they started getting kind of better, but it was still boring because no one cares about Brian and his cop shit. Let's be fair. But the 5th one is really when it picked up, and the 5th one was actually one of my favorites, and then the 6th one was just like, why and what? And then the 7th one is just like, let's continue. Fast and Furious started out like Point Break on wheels, and then now we've come to Resident Evil on wheels, where they just don't care anymore, but they found the formula, and they have fun making them. Furious 7 features on one last ride. Back in Furious 6, Owen Shaw was the villain, and he got banged up, and they pretty much sent him to the hospital. Furious 7 happens, and his big brother, who's an outlaw and like a ghost, like a M7, whatever, MI5, I don't know what he is. He's Jason Statham. He's the transporter. He's gonna seek revenge on who sent his little brother to the hospital, which is the crew. Back home, the crew is living their normal lives. Brian's trying to get used to driving a minivan. He's with Mia, and they have a son. And Dom is like trying to get Letty's memory back, essentially. Then Deckard comes after them, and then Kurt Russell comes in, and then Hobbs is there. And just like, it's crazy. I don't know how to give you all the plot without spoiling things. But it's essentially a giant tribute to Paul, and I think it's great. It's the craziest one, but it's also the best one. It's the longest one. It is 2 hours and 17 minutes, which is by far the longest one, and they don't waste a single second of it. I don't think there was any minute in it that was boring, like with useless talking. It was great. I really liked it. It's definitely my number one in the list. If I had to go, I'd go 7, 5, 6, 4, 1, 3, 2. But that's my own personal ranking of them. But it's great. It's really fun, and it's weird because he died halfway through filming it. So there's definitely some scenes you can tell they shot after, and it's kind of eerie because there are some scenes where he's talking about things, and it's almost foreshadowing for his own death, and it's kind of weird and it's kind of creepy. But the ending will make you bawl. If you are a fan of Fast and Furious, even if you're a tough guy, you will tear up. You will cry. I'm doing it right now, but also because I just woke up and this happens, and I haven't made a video in a while. But you will tear up. Ew. You will tear up. It's incredibly touching. It's really good. There's a song at the end that was written specifically for the film that I think just seals the deal of crying, honestly, and Vin Diesel. But there's also 2 other moments in the last hour of the movie that you will start tearing up at. But the final shot of the film, it's beautiful, and it's a great thing. It's a great, just like, we miss you, Paul, I guess. I don't know. I feel like they could end the series here. They probably won't, but if they had to, if they wanted to, I would be okay with it. It's a great ending to a series. It's the last movie that we have with all of them. It's really fun. I enjoyed it. I would give it a pretty, like a 4.5 out of 5, honestly. Or just, I don't remember my 1 out of 10 scale. I haven't seen any of my old videos. I don't want to watch that. So thanks for watching. This is a clusterfuck, but you know, you're used to that. I'll try making more videos, but honestly, there hasn't been anything in theaters that I feel like I need to see in theaters. So I'm lazy, and I'm busy with work and shit. So I'm sorry I haven't been making videos. I'll try to keep making them. Thanks for watching. Go watch Furious 7 if you want to, you know, cry really hard, because it'll do that. This is over 5 minutes now. I apologize. But thanks. Yeah, I'll try to keep making more. Enjoy, I guess. Comment, rate, subscribe, whatever you want to do.